Hey guys, so today Apple had their WWDC. They announced some really cool features and I'm pretty excited for. Now, so they are gonna have widgets finally. I'm definitely happy about that. I mean, I was a long-time Android fan since I used to work for several of those companies a long time ago, and it was a good time. I'm glad that feature is now here with Apple. They're also gonna have something with the widgets called a Smart Stack. So during the day, it will basically switch to whatever's most relevant for the time of day, which I think is really cool. They're gonna have a translation app, which is very similar to Google's live translation, but I'm glad to see it there. I mean, it just makes more phones more functional and it probably create better competition. Siri now kind of come more like Google brings up the assistant on their phones. So it's going to take up a lot less of the screen. It's going to be a lot more functional too. Going to be able to answer more things, which I think is pretty cool. Picture-in-Picture is finally here on the iPhone. They brought it over from the iPad, which of course was originally over on Android. So pretty cool stuff. I'm excited about that. I think we can give them a little bit of applause for that because, I mean, some of these features have been around for a while, right? For iMessage, you can do things like mentions now, where kind of like on Facebook, same kind of thing, where you'll mention it and you can pull that conversation out, or it just messages only that one person instead of the entire group, which is pretty cool. More emojis, of course, some of them, of course, reflecting the coronavirus now with a mask, that kind of stuff. So pretty cool stuff, though. You can also pin whatever text message you have, iMessage you have at the top. That way, it'll keep that conversation there when you have a conversation, which is pretty cool. So a lot of good stuff. I mean, on maps now, they do EV. So you can do EV maps, which basically, so if you have like a Tesla, like a few of my friends have, basically it would guide you on where to park and where to get off. And that way on your route, you'll take the perfect route so you won't lose power and you can recharge when you need to, which is pretty cool. It'll also do that with some new things for biking as well in several cities, which is pretty cool. It can let you know where to go, stuff. And live traffic, of course, has gotten better, which I think is pretty exciting. These are really good things, right? They're using something called app clips, which basically only has part of the app on your phone. And so when you need to connect to something, it will use that part of the app to connect. But pretty cool stuff, right? It's easy. It also takes less memory on your device, which I think is pretty cool. Now on the iPad, of course, a lot of these features transfer over. But what's cool is they're going to finally have a smaller call screen that's not going to really get in the way of what you're doing on iPad, which has always been kind of a gripe I've had. Because otherwise, I love my iPad. But now that's a great feature coming in. So pretty cool stuff. Now, what's cool is they're taking that one feature from the Note. So basically, where you can do handwriting and it would just make that into text on a note, which is pretty cool. And say you're trying to draw a shape, but you can draw it and pause, and it will actually make a perfect version of that shape. So things like that, really cool stuff. So I'm pretty excited for these things. The AirPods are going to get this new thing where basically if you change your devices, it's going to jump back and forth between devices, so say I'm on my, on my iPhone, and then I go to my iPad, right? It will actually just know to jump by proximity to which device you're at, which I think is pretty cool. It will see which one you're watching and it'll automatically jump your headphones to that device, which I think is a really good, pretty cool stuff. On the AirPods also kind of are going to have more of a surround feature on there, which is pretty cool sound-wise, but I think it's really awesome. Also, on both iPad and iPhone, get this, I hope you're ready, you can finally choose your own email client and your own browser. So that's awesome, right? I mean, I was never a big Safari fan in the mail. It's just not my thing. But, pretty good stuff, right? Now, as far as Mac OS goes, wait, hold on. About watchOS, by the way. Sorry, let me jump back to that really fast. watchOS, basically, you can change your watch faces now. It has sleep tracking. And what's pretty cool is that you can, basically now, if you start washing your hands, it has this new coronavirus thing where it will set up a timer for 20 seconds and let you know when that much time has passed, so you know when to stop washing your hands. I mean, I usually count myself. I usually count about 40 these days, but that's a cool feature, right? I mean, it makes things a little simpler, something you don't have to think of. Now on macOS, there's been some major moves they're making. Total overhaul on the look of everything. New dock drawer apps. They're all uniform though, so of course. More transparency, curved corners though. But the big thing is, they're going to be making a transition from the like Intel-based chips and all that stuff to their own Apple silicon chips. So that's gonna be huge, because I mean, you know how powerful the recent iPads are and recent iPhones. I mean, especially on the iPad side, really powerful devices, get 4K processing done like that if you're doing video editing. So it's gonna be exciting to see that transfer into computers. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about this. I mean, I think this is I mean, I'm always been kind of in the middle. I like Android and Apple, and Apple, you had always been more of like that reliable brand for me, but didn't excite me as much. You know, I mean, as far as having good cameras, but the software was always kind of a little stale to me. So I'm actually excited. This actually makes I feel like it's going to really increase my experience. I miss a lot of Android features, and this is going to bring it back, which is pretty cool. Not that I don't carry an Android on and off as well. I actually have one for work, or I buy one as a second device because I love Android still. Don't get me wrong. But I'm glad Apple now has features. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. If you guys, have any opinions on this, please feel free, comment below, and like and subscribe. I would love to have for you to join the community. I mean, I'm obviously really new on YouTube. And as I would always end my videos, if you guys see me at the bar, let's have a drink, and on me, on you, however you want to do it. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.